Introducing from Fort Collins, Colorado, community-funded enterprises.
I'm a living sunset, lightning in my bones. It pushed me to the edge, but my will is strong. 'Cause I believe in a better way.
Hello everyone, I'm Ryan Stover.
And I'm McCabe Callahan.
And we are co-founders co-presenting the story of Community Funded. We'd like to start by thanking this amazing Blue Ocean and CSU community for bringing us all together today, because our story is all about bringing people together to support each other. One person can't raise a barn. It takes an entire community, and community collaboration is at the core of our humanity. Our company is Community Funded Enterprises. We build technology that drives community collaboration, connecting people to all forms of capital. Our focus is on connecting real-world communities online to drive impact in the real world. Today, we're going to tell you the story of two ahas, a product that empowers, and a bold vision of the future. By the time we're done, you're going to see that when communities like this one come together, anything is possible. Everyone has an it. Our it is community funded, and for community funded,
It started here, at the first aha moment when it all became clear. In 2010, after being in business for 8 years, my local coffee shop Mugs needed to expand. I fought for 8 months trying to secure capital. The bank saw Mugs as just another coffee shop in a struggling economy. However, the customers of Mugs saw it as their community. Mugs struggled with the universal challenge of accessing capital. When the Mugs community heard this story, an amazing thing happened. The Mugs community united to share money, time, resources. It is an example of real-world collaboration. We realized that this story could have been amplified by technology. We envisioned a platform that empowered individuals to share their story with a broader online community in hopes of gaining capital for their ideas.
So in true startup fashion, 4 friends crammed into the spare room of a house on nights and weekends, and after 8 months and $10,000 borrowed from a friend, we launched CommunityFunded.com. We succeeded in providing a platform that allowed anyone to tell their story with a broader online community to connect with the capital they needed. CommunityFunded.com charges a 5% transaction fee and also offers consulting and other services. Now, people are always asking us how CommunityFunded.com is different from Kickstarter or the other platforms out there. Well, this example really sums it up. We're less focused on one-time project funding and all about empowering communities for good. In this example of a digital barn raising, one project united 8 breweries, 15 local businesses to raise over $80,000 to build a home for a family in need. And this is just one story. Community Funded has changed lives, it's saved lives, and it has helped many people pursue their passions. It was working. CommunityFunded.com was connecting ideas to capital. We were so excited to share what we had built with the fundraising organizations in our community, but we kept hearing the same thing. They didn't want to drive their community to our website. They wanted to preserve their brand, and they wanted to preserve their donor community. This was the second aha. There was tremendous power in the tools we had built, but people wanted to use them with their communities on their websites. So we decided, why mine for gold when you can sell the shovel? We decided to build Community Funded as a true white label solution that would allow anyone to embed a fully functioning community-funded website on their own domain. This is community funded, and with our white label technology, this is your community funded. We knew we had a powerful idea on our hands, so in early 2013, we raised a seed round from friends, family, and angel investors that aligned with our mission and vision. With these resources, we launched our white label product empowered by Community Funded. One solution, 2 lines of code, infinite possibilities. Empowered by Community Funded turns boring, unengaging online credit card forms into powerful storytelling tools. Colorado State University was one of the first to recognize what we were doing and became our first customer and development partner. They launched 2 pilots in 2013 to test the technology, hoping to drive younger and net new donors to the university. Together, we knocked this out of the park. 54% were ages 18 to 34, and 85% were new donors to the university. This is real donor engagement. With these results, they pushed forward and became the first university to offer a full centralized platform that allows students, faculty, and staff to raise capital for their ideas. The Charge platform is now connecting ideas to capital. This demonstrated the value of our new product.
We needed a strategy for this product. Our strategy revolves around horizontal development and vertical growth. What I mean by this is we target an industry, we find a development partner in that industry, and then we work to refine the product. Then we turn to sell it to the others in those industries. This gives us a competitive advantage because we're working with the customers in that industry to make the perfect product. We know our customers and our market best. Let me tell you about the team that's executing this strategy. First, the founders, myself, Ryan, and Blue Hovatter. All for 3 years have been working to leverage our dynamic business backgrounds to all contribute something powerful to the vision of Community Funded. Blue Hovatter is a higher education math tutor and actively involved in the community politics. Ryan is a world-class designer and serves international clients. I've been an entrepreneur for 12 years and learned a lot about business, community, and collaboration along the way. Following the founders, we have attracted an amazing team of talent that has come around this idea of Community Funded. Their commitment is demonstrated in the sacrifice in both pay as well as time in this startup environment. We are also very aware of the fact that we need a CFO on our team as well as a marketing specialist to help round out what we have available. We value mentorship tremendously. We have surrounded ourselves with advisors to help us understand the best way to push Community Funded forward. They care about the mission and vision of Community Funded, and they want to see it succeed. Our development partners are champions for this idea and are helping us build the best possible product for this industry, for their industries. Let's talk about the market and industry. First, we're focused on higher education, so let's talk about university market potential. Online giving is a $26 billion industry. We enhance online giving. It grew 10.2% in last year and is projected to double by 2020 to $52 billion. If we look at our development partners in higher education and healthcare, they make up almost 29% of the online giving growth that's taking place. If we take our university market and drive down to the segment of universities that receive their funding 15% through fundraising, they have over 5,000 students. There's over 950 colleges that could use our Empowered by Technology. One of those is the University of Colorado Boulder. In February of this year, we went head-to-head against our biggest competitors to win the competition for their crowdfunding platform. University of Colorado Boulder is now Empowered by Community Funded. How are we beating these competitors? Let's look at what Richard Swart has to say. As an expert in the industry, I have yet to see a platform with such rich features and a true understanding of the customer need as Community Funded. This is from one of the largest advisors and experts in the industry. This traction has attracted customers that we didn't even expect, an organic pipeline of new uses of our technology that are coming to us. Specifically, Unite for Literacy and Community Funded has partnered to solve the problem of illiteracy in the United States. They will be unveiling our partnership solution at the Clinton Global Initiative at the end of next month. While things are going well, we are not blind to the risks that we face in this industry. In technology, you always have to be fearful of someone with more resources developing what you have. We feel like with our strategic plan and development partners, as well as an amazing team with 3 years of experience in a 5-year-old industry, we can mitigate these risks and be one step ahead of our competition. As well, we are Community Funded. Our brand and our mission and vision are unique. In the technology lifecycle, we are currently in the early adopters phase. This presents a challenge in the fact that we have very long sales cycles, but it also presents a tremendous opportunity for profit. We have mitigated this risk with our capital plan. Everyone we talk to says it's not about if, but when. This is the future of online giving. Since 2011, we have raised $485,000 to build CommunityFunded.com and our Empowered by Technology. We have used this money to basically, we've used this money to, or our capital plan allows us to mitigate our future risks as well as execute our strategy. We intend to raise $500,000 to buy us some more runway to be able to continue to build horizontally, sell vertically, and work with our advisors to build a 5-year solid strategic plan. We're working with a broker-dealer right now to build the investment-based technology that we need for Community Funded. When this investment-based technology comes out, we intend to use it for a future round of fundraising. It's only a slight iteration from our existing technology. Remember, one solution, 2 lines of code, infinite possibilities.
Our company is Community Funded Enterprises. We build technology that drives community collaboration, connecting people to all forms of capital. We hope that our technology can be a solution for every competitor in this event. We are so thankful to be a part of this Blue Ocean Challenge, which is all about connecting ideas to resources. We want to empower this Blue Ocean community to go from this to this, so that together we can all turn more of these into these.
The power of technology.
Oh,
so
look at that.
Our community is a global one.
Well,
Because when we come together, there's nothing we can't do.
I think they're our biggest.
Anything's possible when it's community funded.
yeah. There wasn't supposed to be sound there, but that's our vision. That's what happens with late game audibles.
Our turn?
Yes,
Your turn.
please.
Yes.
So you showed the chart about your raise, your capital raise, and you're looking for another 500 grand later. What's the revenue line right now? I noticed that. What are the revenue figures right now for the company?
Sure. So last year, we generated just over $17,000 in revenue total with just the
Okay.
community-funded platform live. This year, we've already sold over $50,000 worth of the platform. Some have been early adopters that we've given a discount, like an early adopter price to, but we just sold our full price platform at $25,000 recently.
Are you doing free pilots, or are you requiring payment from everyone?
You know, we're requiring payment because there's a lot of people that want this for free, and that creates a lot of workload. And we still have a lot of development where we want to continue to enhance this tool and make it a better tool. And so, you know, instead of giving it away for free, we'd rather be spending our time on enhancing what we have created already. So, but we have given some examples of this, some tools to different people for free.
Thanks.
For the programs that you charge to platforms like $25K a year, I think you said, are you also taking a 5% fee on all the fundraising, or just processing costs? Or
That's a great question. We actually, 5% is taken on CommunityFunded.com, and we have a $25,000 annual subscription that we charge for the larger organizations. We're also working on a subscription model for some of the smaller nonprofits. It'd be a monthly fee.
But on the Empowered by platforms, there typically aren't transaction fees for the $25,000 solution.
and is that you paying the transaction fees or the customer?
The customer.
Well, the interesting thing about how our technology works is that we're actually able to embed Empowered by Community Funded into their existing website and systems. So it uses their same payment processor, it uses their same whole back end. So it really is very non-disruptive to their workflow. So they're able to, you know, empower their message without changing their technology.
Tell me more how you're going to expand to new customers. It's clear and makes sense. You've gotten Colorado customers. What's the plan? How does this grow?
Well, you know, currently, we're trying to find a balance between letting the industry mature a little bit. We know, like I said, our customers keep telling us at conferences we're attending, you know, it's not if but when. We know this is the way that online giving is going with storytelling tools. But currently, we're leveraging LinkedIn to make relationships. We've built some powerful groups on LinkedIn with university crowdfunding that are attracting different people in that area to come and you know, have dialogue about the conversation about crowdfunding for universities. As well, we do a Friday webinar that people are attending to learn more about the tool. So right now, we're kind of in this education phase, in this early adopter phase. And so to scale, we continue to build relationships with other universities. We have about 24 universities that we've been talking to over the last 6 months or so. And those are not all in Colorado. But again, it's one of those things where CSU was the first and only centralized platform to launch in just March. That's how new this is for everyone.
So I hear you speak about universities, and I've forgotten the number. You said there was how many universities over 5,000 students?
950, over
Okay.
950 universities in the United States.
Okay, so call it 1,000 times 25K a year. If you had 100% market penetration, is that your market size?
No, I mean, that's just one area. I mean, like we tried to express, you know, we're working with UC Health, who has a live pilot right now. They have launching 2 more projects in August to then do their centralized platform for the healthcare industry. We have the opportunity to reach out to Cleveland Medical through a reseller partnership that we've created with a company called Agilon. And so, you know, this is just one, you know, like I said, our strategy is to focus on one industry and then move on to the next as we make that product and are able to start selling it in that industry.
What do you think will be your biggest challenge in growing this company?
I think the biggest challenge we've experienced so far is people have to use this tool correctly for it to work. If you just create another page, it's just another page on the internet. But if we teach people to use this tool, then they're able to actually broadcast their story through social media and other channels. And so we've included consulting and services with the contracts we're giving to teach people how to use this tool. Over time, I think we're going to be able to reduce how much time we have to actually put into teaching them because it will become more common.
One of the distinct advantages that we have is that we have many years of experience now, 2 years of experience running an actual platform, so we know what it takes to make projects successful. We have all the resources. We've been told that we have the absolute best resources for any crowdfunding platform online. And so really, we have a secondary value to these customers in that we know better than all of the other competition that's out there that are just trying to sell the technology. We know the technology, and we know how to use it. And so that has been giving us a competitive advantage.
Do you guys have anything that is patentable or protectable that stops other people from doing what you're doing?
Yeah, we took the time and money to go meet a patent lawyer, Holzler law firm down in Denver, I think it was about a year ago. And he was very clear about having 3 to 4 different items that he felt were patentable. We've gone back and forth on this just with the idea of community collaboration, open source, these different things. But with the right resources, we would like to consider filing patents for this software that we've created. The challenge, again, with the patent is you have to have the money to defend it, obviously, and so I think that, it's kind of made us hesitate from spending too much of our resources in that area, but we definitely have things that we feel are patentable.
You described first the community-funded platform, which is kind of local fundraising campaigns that you can spread through the web, anywhere. Then you went on and started this kind of other empowered by white labeling product, and then at the end you hinted on kind of a broker-dealer, which I assume is like investing for equity platform. How do you balance having 3 completely distinct kind of business lines under one brand, and which one is your primary focus?
Well, I think the real advantage of our technology, like McCabe was saying, is that it's one solution with 2 lines of code, infinite possibilities, all that. But really, we're providing a platform that allows our development partners to use it how they want. So to use equity crowdfunding tools is only a slight iteration with a broker-dealer development partner. So we're actually in development right now. We're getting pretty close to being able to launch this for them to start testing on a smaller scale. And then we'll be able to, in the same way that we're empowering universities, empower other broker-dealers. But for us, our focus isn't on running a broker-dealer platform. It's not even on running a community-funded platform. Our focus is on empowering these people to manage their communities and to empower the things that they're already doing.
Yeah, I'll share with you real quick a broader vision of this is, and it ties all these pieces together to your point, is really this idea of access to capital from the time you get the inspiration in your living room until the time you become a full company, where you can start with a $10,000 reward-based crowdfunding campaign to get validation about your idea, and then raise $50,000 through reward-based crowdfunding to maybe get a sales guy. And then when it's time to actually raise money through equity, you have that opportunity, and you've been able to tell your story through this entire time, helping with due diligence for investors because you're able to see this, and you have all the tools you need with social media, email, and everything to do this.
I guess maybe the better follow-up is, in 5 years, where do you see the majority of your revenue coming from? Which one of those 3 platforms?
That's a good question. We've tried to do a lot of analysis around this. Unfortunately, it's such a new industry. You see these huge companies like Kickstarter doing millions of dollars a year in their revenue. So I would say that as we put more empowered by platforms on different organizations, I think that would be a good source of revenue as far as a bigger ticket item. But in the end, when this really scales to a global community, I feel like the transactions are really going to be where this main source of revenue comes from.
Yeah, there's tremendous growth set to take place in the equity crowdfunding space. And I mean, since the beginning, that our sights have been on that, but it had to make sense for us. And so this developer partner model really worked well because we're building a tool for a client who knows how to use it. We don't have to be experts on equity crowdfunding. We just provide the tool that works for them. And so we're really set to move into the space that is set to grow exponentially as the crowdfunding bill gets further refined and more people get out there using it. And there's already platforms out there that are raising hundreds of millions of dollars using this technology of community-sourced investment-based funding.
I think I missed it. Why is 2 lines of code a good thing?
Yeah, I can speak to that. It's exciting because at a United Way presentation, I was able to create a page, install a crowdfunding platform by refreshing the screen. And the idea is that instead of spending lots of resources on building your own platform, there's a way to empower a platform immediately and leverage what's available to you at a much lower cost than the cost of paying a developer to build your own platform. So it's really trying to convey the ease in which we allow someone to install a complete platform on their website.
I get that, but 2 lines of code sounds like there could be a fast follower pretty easily.
No, I mean, the technology that drives it is really pretty amazing. And that's one of our competitive advantages, is that some of our competitors go to these universities and say, hey, start trying to crowdfund. We'll build you this platform over here on our website with maybe your name as part of the domain. But with our embedded community-funded pages, they're able to use this very easy to implement. I mean, the back end that drives it is very complex, and I credit our amazing development team. But it's a very seamless integration for these universities or anyone to just go into their existing systems and just use these new tools.
The 2 lines of code is just a vessel for the powerful technology behind it.
So the expenses going forward are primarily focused on sales and marketing, and
The expenses going forward are continue to work with development partners to sell the product. And again, we really want to focus on building a solid 5-year strategic plan, because this has all happened so fast recently. We feel like we have an opportunity to pause, really look into the future, and build a plan around how we can be successful.
I used to bite my tongue and hold my breath, scared to rock